welcome to the
Yes.
Pitch and Moan podcast. This is the show where we take a theme and then turn it into an idea.
Wow.
My name's Luke, and joining me today is Aidan with an E.
Bonjour.
And back this week is Helen with an E.
Hello. I forgot I missed last week.
Yeah, well, it's kind of been 2 weeks on us, but we're pretending that it's 1 week.
Oh yeah, it was 1 week.
Yeah.
How did it go last week? What did you do?
It was pretty good. We did Spider-Man films. I actually don't remember a lot of what we talked about. I remember I was ill through it, so apologies on the audio, but I coughed through a shitload of it. To the point
I
where
can't remember really what we did.
I'd considered
What we talked about,
I considered editing all my coughs out, but it would have taken far too long, so yeah.
I don't remember you coughing.
Oh, I did it a lot. I'd sort of, whenever I'd cough though, I'd turn away from the microphone, but it still picked it up really loud.
Alright, let's see.
We talked about the Spider-Man films, sort of put them in order, villains and stuff like that, and then went on to the pitch. We must have talked about something else, like, not related though, because we went on for a good while at the beginning.
We did. I think we was talking for about an hour and a half or something, weren't we?
We were on about cinemas.
But that was a...
Oh yeah, cinemas, that was one. Yeah, we spoke about cinemas.
Yeah. No, we'd both gone to the cinema, and I went on a big rant about swapping seats before, instead of going on like your allocated seats and shit like that. And then we're also on about just seats in general and
When you have to
prices.
pay for more.
Yeah. Well, basically, in a nutshell, I won't go into it because you can just listen to the last episode when it goes up, but...
Of course.
When I went to the cinema, there was a group that went in the wrong seats, and that caused a domino effect where someone else was in the wrong seat, and then the third person came in and went in the right seat.
It was the end of the world.
It just fucked it all up for everyone, and it was like right before the film were about to start, so I had a big rant about that. But that's over now. You're back from Berlin. What was new in Berlin?
I almost got abducted.
Yeah.
The first day of being there, I
Fucking
thought,
hell.
I'll go walk around on my own, and some man wanted me to get in his car.
That's how you get taken, Helen.
Shit the bed.
I know. Anyway, I just quickly
You need
ran back
Liam
to my
Neeson or
hostel.
something to come after you otherwise.
Yeah, I'd just get my tutor, and he's just... No, I can't imagine him saving me. What else
Well, what
was
sort of
there
stuff
in
did you
Berlin?
see over there?
So much. I didn't really... I went to one of the concentration camps.
So what camp did you go to when you was in Berlin?
Sachsenhausen.
Oh, Sachsenhausen.
I have no idea what that is.
It was a men's camp, political prisoners, and there was a lot of artists and anyone who just was against the whole idea. Mainly men. It was a men's camp.
Aidan, what
Only a joke.
have you been on with?
Well, I've been up to much, just been doing some drawing, went to see my parents. That's about it really. What about you, Luke?
Same as usual, just painting and work in the morning and stuff. But I did see something weird walking to work the other day. I thought it might have been like we've got Comic Relief coming up, haven't we, sometime soon?
Yeah.
Red Nose Day and all that shit. So I was walking to work one day, and I turned the bottom of where my street is, just sort of, I look around because there's a road there, and it's like 5 o'clock or whatever when I'm walking to work, but there's still usually a couple cars about, so I still don't want to get run over. But I
Right.
look to my left, and I see there's a guy there, this short little fat fella. From behind, he looks like, you know, Danny DeVito in Batman Returns when he's the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like that from behind, but he's walking his dog. But he's not walking normal, he's like shuffling his feet together really close. So I quickly scuttle past him. I'm like, I don't want to make a sound. I don't want to know what the fuck this guy's deal is. And then there's a
Right.
milkman, like literally maybe 5 seconds later, pulls up alongside me and goes to this house and drops off some milk. So again, I'm just looking around. I glance over at him, and again, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's freezing cold because it's like middle of what are we in now, March? But it's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
start of Marchish. He's got like a leather cap on, like a policeman style cap, and a sleeveless shirt on. He looked a bit like one of the village people. So like I said, I thought it was comic relief or something, all the weird shit going on. Turns out it weren't, but then when I was coming home from work later on the day, there was a kid going to school throwing punches like Rocky as he was like jogging to school. So
What?
that was a fun day. I don't know what the fuck we're going on.
What was that guy doing?
Which one?
The shuffling guy.
I don't know. He had a dog with him.
By
But
shuffling, do you mean the dance move, or just shuffling his feet?
shuffling his feet, but in a very unnerving way.
Like, so he wouldn't be picking his feet up off the floor, it'd just be sort of...
As if
ice
his shoelaces
skating
were tied
in a way.
together.
Right.
Creepy.
That's weird.
Yeah. So that's the only interesting thing, really. And then today, when I was at work, I saw some cats fighting some seagulls. So
Oh, nice.
that's the interesting stuff I get up to.
I once saw a fight. It was between a magpie and a squirrel.
Who won?
Neither. They both retreated after a kid fucking ran at them. Little bastard. Spoiled it.
Were
No, yeah,
you?
they were both going at it. This magpie was like swooping down, and then the squirrel was jumping on the tree and then like trying to get to the magpie. Oh, it's fucking well smart.
It's like fucking Pokemon.
It was. I'm gonna chuck balls at them or something. Try and catch them. Gotta catch them all.
Jesus. So today we're going to be pitching ideas for inventions. But before we get into that, because I can't really... I suppose you could say, oh, what's your favourite invention? But it doesn't really work, I suppose.
No.
So what I've done is I've organised a little quiz for you two.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, I've come up with a list of 8 inventions. There's
Do
no...
you need a notepad and pen for this?
No, what we'll do is after each one, we'll go through the answers on each one. But it's a point system, so you're against each other on this.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Don't Google it or shit.
Alright, okay.
This is a
I
test
want
of your...
the brains.
Yeah, I suppose
Which mine are
guesswork.
minimal.
So I've got
Okay, guesswork.
I've got a list of 8 inventions. There's names and descriptions. Some of them I've made up, and some of them are real, and you've got to guess which ones are real and which ones are fake.
Okay.
It's not an even amount, so it's not like 4 of them are real, 4 of them are fake. There's just some of them are real, some are fake.
Okay.
Okay, so I call this little segment, is this an invention, or did I invention it?
That is fucking horrible.
That is dreadful, but in the best way.
Oh shit.
I could say it for each round if you want.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
please.
Alright. Okay, so round 1. The invention is called Coosa Originals, and they're essentially flip-flops, but they've got synthetic grass soles. So it's kind of like you get the feeling of walking barefoot through grass anytime, anywhere.
Is it real grass or is it astroturf?
No, it's like AstroTurf, but picture
What the fuck?
Picture a
Why would you want to wear that
flip-flop.
on your feet?
like a flip-flop, like
Right.
a sandal sort of thing. But instead of having any form of sole, it's just grass sticking up.
That hurts. I mean, it's not comfy, so I'm going to say that's not real.
Is this
Well,
an
I don't
invention, or
know
did I invention it?
because isn't Kusa? Don't they do like outdoor things?
I had no idea. I thought they were. I don't know if they're Japanese or something. Kusa
Oh,
sounds
so they are
Japanese.
Yeah, I'm gonna say real because I'm sure Kusa. If it is Kusa, if it's not, I'm gonna sound like a dick. But I'm sure they do things like boats or like canoes or some shit like that. Do you know, like outdoorsy, adventure crap?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna say it's real though because
Right. So you're saying it's
Yeah.
real, Helen? What are you on?
I'll stick with my first answer. So,
What did you say?
because I don't want to. I'm going to say no.
Okay. Hold on, let me get a little thing up on my phone here so I can sort of tally up. So, the Kusa Originals, the flip-flop with the grass things in it. Aiden, you get the point, that's a real invention.
yes.
Oh my god.
Honestly, it looks ridiculous. You can get
Did they go bankrupt?
I'm gonna Google it now. Kusa Originals.
Kusa Originals, they cost $39.95. And,
It's expensive.
yeah, they're very expensive for what they are. They're the weirdest things I think I've come across.
How do you spell Kusa?
Kusa.
Oh, the Kusa that I was talking about is spelled differently. Kusa is Coosa.
Yeah.
Oh shit, these are fucking weird.
Whoa. You know what? They actually look really comfy.
They do, don't they?
I was expecting the AstroTurf to be that cheap stuff.
No, it looks
So-
pretty legit.
It looks real.
But my thinking is, once you've walked on it, won't it be flat?
Yeah.
Unless you keep brushing up the grass or something, it's...
They actually look really nice. I'd get some of them.
I'd get a pair.
Okay, so Aiden, you get the point for round 1. Round 2. This invention is called the Oppo Dog Muzzle Quack. And it's a dog muzzle, but it's shaped in a duck beak. It comes in a variety of colours and sizes, but they're only really used for, like, a dumb thing for your dog to wear as an amusement sort of thing. Is that an invention, or did I invention it?
Oh.
That
one's a hard one.
Yeah. I'm going to say an invention.
What?
Because there's all sorts of shit for your dogs, and you can get fucking dog jackets and dog hats, dog shoes.
So you're saying it's a real invention?
Yeah.
I don't know, because...
Picture you've got your dog, and you need to put a muzzle on it. But you
Yeah.
don't want to put a normal muzzle on. For some reason, you want it to look like a duck's bill.
I'm going to lose this. I'm just going to say, I'm going to go for the opposite, so no.
You're saying...
So we don't get the same results.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
okay.
saying it's not an invention?
Yeah.
Or more so, that I inventioned it?
Yes.
Aiden, you're right again, it's a real
Yes.
thing.
Fuck's sake.
Let's read a little information on this. It says, it might well often be compulsory for your pooch to wear a muzzle when out and about, but that doesn't mean it needs to be boring. Bright, fun, and with a touch of the bizarre, these Oppo dog muzzles will transform
Found it.
your familiar canine friend into a semi-duck designer build.
Wow. These are amazing.
Oh, well smart.
I don't know. I just thought, oh, it's a bit too obvious to be real. So I thought, no. I keep doing that. I'm thinking, nah, too weird. Probably is real, but no.
Don't forget, probably a lot of these, like round 3 when we get to it, they're going to be from Japan.
Japan.
So
They're full of the best ideas.
yeah.
They are. Have you seen the lollipops that they have in shape of knobs?
Oh my god.
They sell lollipops in the shape of cocks, and the
that
ad
not
for
Blackpool?
it.
I'm going to say, did Blackpool not sell those?
I know.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
Blackpool
they
did
do.
it first.
Moving on. Very
That's funny.
hastily moving on. Round 3. This product was designed in Japan. It's got a Japanese name, so I can't say what it is in Japanese. But it translates to electric dog polisher. They're mainly aimed at pet owners competing in pageants for their dogs. But they use this device as kind of like a buffer machine, you know, like what you buff floors with, where it
Yeah.
spins and it wipes your dogs clear of like fluff and dust and stuff like that. But it also charges the dog with kinetic energy, apparently, for a happier, healthier pup. Is this an invention, or did I invention it?
Nah, it's an invention. It's way too elaborate for you to have made up on the spot. And the fact that you said, you sort of gave it away, really. The fact that you said it's from Japan, but you don't know what it translates to. So I'm
What
going.
What does the buffer do? Is it a big machine or a small one?
No, it's kind of like, it's a handheld one, so you know you can lift it up and stuff like that. It's not like a big floor buffer. It's more like you just sort of rub it along your dog.
Is it to buff up their fur or for their nails?
For the fur.
For their fur.
Yeah, so I know like fluff and stuff, it gets it out, and it also, because it charges it, picks it out as well.
I'm going for. I think that's another.
That's
invention.
far too expensive. It sounds like there's a lot in that. So, is it affordable for anybody?
From what I can see, there's no price, but I'm guessing it's going to be pretty expensive because it's aimed at people competing in pageants.
I'm guessing it's something a dog groomer would use.
Yeah.
In Japan. I'm gonna go no again. I'm gonna lose. I'm so losing. I'm just saying no to everything.
So, Aiden, you're saying it's a real invention, and Helen, you're saying it's a fake one.
Correct.
Helen gets the point.
No way.
Yeah, I made it up. I invented
Fucking
it.
hell.
It was a good one.
That was a fucking
I
good
just
one.
thought it'd be way too expensive to make.
There's probably something similar that exists, but
There are handheld nail buffers, but that's it for pets.
that's weird on its own.
You salty dog.
Okay, round 4. Again, I don't have a real name for this one. I know the last one was fake, but I still didn't have a name for it. This one, I don't have a real name for it because it's Japanese, but it's a completely different product. The use for this one is it's a potato chip grabber. So what it does, it picks up crisps.
That's real.
It's like a mini litter picker. Is that are you casting your vote, Helen?
Yeah.
Alright. It's like a mini litter picker in the shape of 2 fingers. And the idea is you can eat your crisps without getting like powder and shit on your fingers.
I need one.
I think it probably is real, but I'm going to oppose to Helen's answer. I'm going to say it's fake. Just
Just
you
to
know,
spice it up.
yeah.
Hold on, mate.
Just because I'm winning, I can afford it.
If you can say that, then fair enough. But you've got to make
Cheeky bastard.
your own decision as well. Is it real or fake? So that it's not like, because right there you've said it's probably real, but I'm going to say fake. So you can't put your answers in both slots.
My answer's not in both slots. My answer... Okay, I know that it's real, but I'm just going to say fake, is what I'm doing, I think.
I don't like your style, Aiden.
I'm sorry, but, you know, I don't want...
I don't like the
I
cut of
like
your
it when...
jib.
Alright, okay, it's real. That's my answer, it's real.
Right.
It's real.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like 90%.
Alright, yeah, that one's real. Real invention. Again, not much to say that you already know what it is. I saw it on Idiot Abroad first. Carl Pilkington,
Yeah.
Carl Pilkington buys himself one. He calls it a Chris Picker-Upper. And he's just bewildered by it. It's really funny. Okay, so the score currently stands at Aiden's got 3 right, Helen's got 2 right.
Sweet.
Okay, round 5. Round 5. Okay, this is a short-lived British product called the sponge bath, and it's not a service where people bathe you with a sponge. It's like a literal sponge bath, like a bathtub. So, if you picture a bathtub, but you imagine the insides of it are lined with like a thick sort of memory foam style sponge rather than like porcelain. So the idea is you pour your bubble bath in or whatever into the sponge and fill it up like a normal bath. But when you sit into it, it's like a cushion that sort of scrubs yourself and you just rub yourself along it and shit like that. Are you with me on
yeah,
that?
that's fake.
Yeah.
You're not giving me time
It'd
to
get
say
mouldy.
my fancy slogan.
Oh, go
I'll
on.
go on.
Is it an invention or did I invention it?
You inventioned it.
Yes. It would get mouldy.
It would, it'd be penny after
Sponges.
clean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right there. That's I made it up. I thought I put something in there about you could clean it or something like that to try and throw you off again, but I guess not. Okay, round 6.
No.
We got 3 more to go through. Aiden's still in the lead by 1. So this one is a hand-cranked chainsaw. It's cheaper than an electric chainsaw, but it's more expensive than a manual saw. What you basically do is it's like you'll stick it against the wood sort of thing. Aesthetically, it looks still like a chainsaw, but it's got like a fishing rod style handle sort of thing, like a reel on the side. So you sort of wind it up yourself, if you know what I mean. So you place the saw blade onto whatever piece of wood you're cutting, and you just crank the reel to cut through it. Is that an invention or did I invention it?
I think that could be real.
I think that could be real before electricity and
Yeah, I'm
all that
thinking
sort of
that.
shit. I'm like back in the day. I think that's how people
Yeah.
would have cut shit.
Yeah.
Alright, you both
They
got
That's
would
it,
have
real.
similar. They wouldn't have been called a chainsaw, I don't think, but they would have been similar. The mechanics would have been very similar.
Yeah,
So you're saying it's real?
yeah.
Yeah.
Both wrong!
Oh!
I inventioned it! In a way, I've come up with
Did you
more
make sure that
inventions than
these
you guys.
things don't actually exist before you pitched them?
No, but it's a hand-cranked chainsaw. It's not impossible, but it's stupid. Well, I
I'm gonna
suppose a lot
Google
of these
that.
are stupid.
I'm gonna Google it.
It's real. It is real.
Bullshit. Is it?
It's real. Google it.
Hand cranked chainsaw.
2 antique
Hey, it's real.
portable clamp down.
Look at it.
Hand-cranked chainsaw.
It looks old, but it's real.
It's not the one where it's someone's chucked like a wire behind a tree branches and they're just pulling it.
No, they've got like a little thing to
Yeah, it's like a handle.
yeah, and you've a bit like the same mechanic as a bike chain.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well.
Alright, I'll give you the points for that then. So,
Yeah.
that's how good of an inventioner I am.
You
I know,
are.
it's already out there.
I've made it. Okay, round 7. Helen, you've got to get 2 points to take the lead if Aiden loses both of them. Okay, so round 7, baby mop. Not a whole lot to elaborate on here, but it's a
mop.
baby grow where there's mop bristles on the arms and legs, so whilst your child's crawling around on the floor, it can help clean up too. Is that
That's
an invention,
real.
or did I
That's
invention it?
real.
That's got to be real.
That is
has
real.
got
I've
to be
seen it.
real. I want it to be real. I actually, if this isn't real, I'm going to invest in this. That is freaking brilliant.
I'm thinking that it is just a baby grow, and then it's got these bristle things, little cushion things, the little tiny nipple-looking things all over it, and all you do is just slide your baby along a laminate floor. It's just for a bit of fun, I think.
Or is it? I think it's more for when your baby's crawling around. As it's crawling,
Yeah.
it cleans the floor as it crawls.
Yeah.
Are you both on real then?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gotta be real.
You're right. That's one that's real. I've got the article here. There's a report here that says, teach your baby a strong work ethic early on in life. Your baby will learn not to drop and waste food. Baby will get a nice workout, burns off energy, and do muscle toning.
Fucking hell.
Oh, it is. It's the orange one with the little bristles on it.
Yeah, it's got little moped sort of things on them.
Oh, that's so great. Look.
Aiden, you're in the lead with 6. Helen, you've got 5. Helen, to equalise on the competition, you've got to get this one right, and Aiden, you've got to get it wrong.
Okay.
So this is round 8. The last product is called the Fliz. As far as I can tell, it's a German product. I don't have too much info on it, but I can sort of describe what it is. And it's a foot-powered bicycle. Now, I know that all push bikes are foot-powered, right? But this one, the rider mounts the bike frame over their heads, and they run sort of like Flintstone style to move it. They steer it with a front wheel, and they've got a back wheel, but they run to sort of propel it. So it looks like a real bicycle, but instead of a seat, there's like a frame harness that goes over them, and they just steer the bike and push it a bit like a supermarket trolley. Is that an invention, or did I invention it?
What's the point in the bike? If you're just running.
Exactly.
I know, if you're running, then you might as well just run. I mean...
It's a strange invention, isn't it?
Yes, it's fake.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's real. Just so we can be equal.
Yeah?
Yeah, alright.
Alright, so Helen's on fake,
Yeah, now I'm saying the...
and you're saying it's equal. Aiden wins.
What?
No way! It's real!
What is it?
It's
What's it
real.
called?
It's called the Fliz. Hold on, I'm dying. F-L-I-Z. I've got a link here if you want it.
What the fuck? That is weird!
What's the point in that?
I don't. It doesn't even look like the
point
wheels.
in that?
It doesn't look like the wheels touch the floor either.
No. What?
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
What is the point? Why would you do that? You might as well just run.
Exactly.
I mean, just ditch the back and just run. I mean, that's what you're doing.
It's running,
that
but with
looks bad for your
steering
back.
involved. It's stupid.
That is fucking stupid.
Just running around with 2 wheels. Why is this an invention? Who invented it? I must know. Is it a joke that just went too far? Let's have a look.
I have no idea.
I hope so. I hope it's a joke that someone took seriously. Damn,
Oh,
that
it's
is
on
weird.
YouTube. I'm gonna watch that after.
So
I think.
those are all the inventions that I could find. I was gonna try and get a solid 10, but as soon as I got to the foot-powered bike thing, I'd sort of lost steam.
I can imagine.
No, that's enough there. That's. Oh, one of my favourite inventions is this, because it makes everyone look like a blow-up sex doll. It's on eBay for £1.60. Silicone face slimmer, anti-wrinkle, anti-aging, muscle, oral exercise, lip trainer.
Oh, I know what
And
it
this
is. It's the one where you're supposed to talk through it or something, aren't you? And it sort of keeps your mouth open.
Yeah.
Send me a link to it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll send you a picture of someone wearing it.
I thought you were on about Botox when you said it makes you look like a sex toy.
This is.
She looks like a Wallace and Gromit character.
On this one eBay account alone, they've sold 178.
Fucking hell.
There's people walking around looking like sex dolls.
That is weird.
So we'll start with the pitches. You've gone twice, I think, Aiden, so far. Oh no, I went once. You went once, Aiden. So Helen, you're starting us off.
Right.
What am I starting first?
Your
With my
invention
pitch?
pitches.
Okay. I have a collection of useless inventions. I thought, oh, it might make a good website. You can go on and you can find something that you'll never need, but it'll make really good presents for people you don't like.
Right.
So, the kettle without a handle. You know, they can burn their hand off. And
Fair
then we have the H2O scented candle. It smells of nothing. And then
Steam.
yeah, the fishnet condom, jizz in style, and this one, which is a crisp brand that I've come up with called Scabs, and it's all those.
No.
That's horrible.
It's all those mini black pieces of crisp that you find at the bottom of your bag, and it's just loads of them all in one big bag.
That is the
And
worst
that's it.
one.
They're my inventions.
Oh my god.
They were pretty good.
Who's next?
Hold on, I don't want to give up on Scabs yet. How did you think of
My
that?
Scabs.
I
I
get
was
the
eating
name,
crisps.
but then you also went to the trouble of saying the shitty burnt ones that are always at the bottom. That's half.
Yeah, you know.
That's
Do
half
you not get black
genius.
crisps now and again?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's like, it's part way between insanity and when you like buy only red M&Ms or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean?
I'd have to buy loads of bags of crisps and pick out all the black ones and just keep putting them in new bags called Scabs.
Well, for Scabs then, I don't know, what would you call them? Chefs? What would you call people who make crisps?
I know they're like factory workers, aren't they? So
Just factory workers. Well, they'll like
automatons,
deliberately
slaves.
have to burn all the crisps, which
Yeah.
is a pretty easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? You
I
can
reckon-
go to the chippy and you can get off-cut sort of things, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to Yorkshire because my sister lives there. I went to go visit my sister, and my dad went to the chippy, and they asked him if he wanted. I can't remember what they said, but
Yeah.
basically
It's
it's
not shrapnel,
bits
is it?
of shit. Do you know, like in your gravy?
Yeah.
They offer you if you want bits or something like that, and basically what it is do you know bits of like all the batter and stuff from fish and whatever, and bits of like crappy frazzled chips. They stick it in your gravy so it's all lumpy with all these bits.
My dad said he used to, when he was younger, he used to go to chippy and you could just ask for it and they'd give it away because no one wants them. I can't remember what it is though. I've got shrapnel in my
I
head.
know what you mean. I just can't remember the name of them.
That's horrible.
It'll just be the horrible crisp bits that are just soaked in fat.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah, I
I
can't
forgot what
find
they're called.
Yeah, it's really annoying me.
I might ask my sister later on. She'll know.
I used to have that and dabs in my head, but I know dabs are the big potato things, aren't they?
Yeah, the flat potato things. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, Scabs. That's
Yes.
Helen set the bar with Scabs on an invention. Aidan, what have you
Ah.
got?
Yum.
Right. Well, I'll start off with my one that I've been told is a good idea.
Right, okay.
Basically, okay, I got this idea a few years ago because a woman I knew, she was going down a hill, and this hill, it's near my house, and it's infamous for being steep. So she was going down this hill, and she found, in a car, sorry, and she found that her brakes didn't work, so she had to swerve and hit a wall to avoid hitting the back of a car.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was thinking, in cars, there should be an emergency brake. Do you know, like on a train or a bus, where you can pull something up, press a button, and it'll stop?
Yeah.
I was thinking, in a car, an emergency brake, something you pull, but you can only use it once. Once you pull it, you've got to go to the garage or whatever and get it refitted. So that was mine, and I've been told that's a good one.
So it's a handbrake.
It's not a handbrake because in some cars, what you can do is, if you lift up the handbrake slowly, then it can slow the car down slowly. But if you lift up the handbrake too fast, then all wheels will just lock and then your car will flip and you'll die.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of like a brake, just an emergency brake where it'll
A
slow the
second
car down
brake.
gradually. Yeah, second brake basically. Yeah, second brake. Anyway, now for the good one, right? I call it the pit bra. Now what it is if you're suffering from perspiration, okay, you know, you've got a bit of sweaty pits and it's showing through your shirts, you know, maybe you're at work, you don't have access to maybe a clean shirt and you're embarrassed of these wet patches underneath your armpits, okay, enter the pit bra. Now what it does is it's like a bra but for your armpits. You wear it like a normal bra, it's undetectable under clothes and it's a pad and then it soaks up all the sweat so then you don't have the yellow wet stains, and then at the end of the day you can just shove it in the washer, you know, in the washing machine, do a cycle. It's brilliant. I think that's a fucking really good idea. But I've been told
So-
otherwise.
No.
So is it like sanitary towels for your armpits?
Exactly. That was my pitch to Megan. I said, or you could go for the strapless option, which is basically like sanitary towels. You stick them to your armpits and it stops a pull of sweat. But
I reckon that'd make you sweat more.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you sweat more, Radian.
oh shit, don't think of that.
I'm with Megan. That's a horrible idea.
I think it's fucking good.
It looked like a little backpack.
I wonder
No.
what it'd smell like when you rip them off.
Ugh. Give him a squeeze.
Oh yeah, it was about. Oh shit, that's horrible. Alright, I'm gonna stick to my guns and say it's a good idea, but it just needs some design, redesigns.
Yeah. Take it back to the drawing board. Get some new blueprints drawn up
Alright, okay, alright.
that aren't like a sponge taped to some armpits.
It's not a sponge. It's designed to be unnoticeable, so it's really thin material that just. Do you like nappies?
Yeah.
Do you like when babies piss in a nappy and then it sucks it all up? That's basically what it is.
Yeah, but
Like a
nappies
nappy.
still stink of piss.
Pit nappies. Exactly, nappies don't stink, so there must be
Yum,
No,
something
they do.
that.
Nappies are fucking gross.
Mm,
I tell you
I
what,
don't know.
I tell you what could help. They brought out those boxers, haven't they, or whatever they are, where it's like anti sort of fart smell order things or whatever, haven't they?
No,
Do you know
I've
the
not
ones
heard
that
of
Spray in
them.
the toilet now of a shit.
I've heard of that, yeah, you spray it into the toilet, have your shit, and then it smells like lemons or something.
Yeah.
That's just air freshener, mate.
Now, air freshener, the thing with air freshener is, you do a shit and it fucking stinks, and then you spray it with air freshener, but you just get like a cloud of shitty, flowery fragrance, and it's horrible.
No, what I'm on
It
about
doesn't
is
mingles with it.
there's this underwear that someone's brought out, and there's like a padding sort of thing at the back, where I guess it's designed where if you fart, it sort of counters it with something that smells nice.
Whoa, I want some.
You'd want something like that on your pits, so that the more it sort of smells, the
Yeah.
more it sweats, the more it releases some kind of fragrance.
You see, it's not a homemade, stick some sanitary towels to your armpits invention. It's a legitimate thing where it's specifically designed for your armpits. And then, like I remember, I used to have some guinea pigs, right? And then every time these guinea pigs took a shit or a piss, the sawdust, what you put in the pen, it smelled like lemons.
Yeah.
So every time they had a piss, it released like a nice lemony scent. So you could have something like that for your pits.
Yeah,
so it
just
doesn't
stick some
smell.
sawdust underneath them. Problem solved.
That could work.
Go back to your car brake idea. I think that one's not as
Okay.
ridiculous.
It's a winner.
Go on, what's yours then, Luke?
Alright. I'm gonna blow
Do you
you
think
away
yours
with
is any
mine.
better? Alright, go on.
Okay. Where do you keep your butter when you're knocking about?
In the fridge.
The fridge? Helen in the fridge?
Yeah, but some lunatic left it out the fridge
Okay.
in my kitchen.
Well, we put ours in the fridge also. Nicole doesn't. They leave it out because they go through it quite quickly. But with us, we take we probably go through butter maybe every 2 months or something like that. We get a big tub of it, and we don't use it too often, just for cooking and sandwiches and stuff.
Right.
But whenever you go to butter bread, there's always a problem that you get it because it's just come out of the fridge, and you go to butter and it just sort of drags along the bread and it crumples it up. It wrecks the bread, doesn't it?
Right.
So my invention is called butter knife, and it works like a cross between a kettle and a knife holder. You put the knife into the holder, the butter knife holder, and you switch it on, and in about 10 seconds or something, there'd be pipes on the inside lined with like water or oil or something, and it just heats up the tip of your knife. And what you do,
Ooh.
you then get your butter, it cuts through it really quick because it's a hot knife, and you just butter your bread with ease. Wash it, stick it back in the holder. Butter knife, bitches.
I think... Hasn't that already been invented?
It's so better not have been invented. I've not looked it up, but
Butter knife...
There is such thing as a heated knife, I know that much.
well, that whenever we have to butter a
it's
sandwich.
real.
Oh,
It's
you're
been
kidding!
invented. £20 on
Yours
eBay.
doesn't count, bitch.
Oh, motherfucker!
Pit bra it is. Pit bra for the win.
No, I'm not losing to
They sold
Pit
out.
Bra.
I vote pit bra.
Yeah, well, you
I'm not
was.
giving up on
Spread
it.
that. It's called spread that. Self-heated butter knife, but they've only got 3 stars out of 5, so it can't be that good.
Ah, see? They need the holder like me. Because with my holder, you can also put it, you can
Oh.
attach it to toasters. So that,
You could beat them, and they're selling them for £31. You could sell them cheaper than that.
I'd attach mine to toasters where when your toast is nearly ready, your butter knife's ready as well. But then you've got to buy the
But-
butter knife toaster, which is
You
expensive.
can soften the butter anyway when it's out the fridge, because me and Megan keep ours in the fridge.
Yeah.
You just get just a normal knife, and then you put the knife in the butter, and then you scoop out however much you need. But then if you just play around with it with the knife, like squish
Yeah,
it
I do
down, then that softens it up. That's what we do.
Yeah, but it'd be easier if you had butter knife, mate.
Well, no, because you go like, oh, I've got to heat the knife,
It
oh, I've
takes
got to wait
10
for the knife to
seconds.
heat up. 10 seconds.
You're not heating up water like a kettle, you're just heating up the metal bit. It's already conductive. It's fine, don't worry about it. Butter knife to win. And
No,
my
Pit
version.
bra. The pit bra's miles better, I find.
I do have an alternative on buttering toast, but it's not my idea. Nicole came up with this one.
Alright, go on.
So you know when you go on holiday or to any sort of like hotel or something, they have those weird toasters, don't they, where it's like a conveyor belt,
Yeah.
where you stick your bread on, it cooks it, and it flips it over, and it cooks the other side like a grill.
Yeah.
Well, she said, why not eliminate the process of butter it completely, where you have like a dog flap sort of thing, where you have butter sort of dripped on that, and it just sort of smears it as it's coming out. Does that make sense?
No.
Yeah, but it wouldn't work because it's oil, and you'd need to clean it like every 3 times someone puts toast in it.
Yeah, I sort of agreed with that. I sort of said what you'd want to do is, I guess, put the butter in however much you want. This would mainly be for like hotels and stuff, so it'd run out quite quickly, but you'd have to have some
Yeah.
kind of easy clean mechanism or whatever.
Yeah.
So I said it wouldn't really work too well, but that was an idea she came up with. And then there was another one that I thought of, but I think it's already been done. You know when you ever take your dog out for a shit?
Yeah.
Well, what you could do is you imagine like a harness that you put around the dog, and
Oh,
on its arse bit, there's like a bag sort of thing to catch any shit that comes out.
yep.
That
Someone went on Dragon's Den with that.
it was me. I was in disguise.
I think it failed.
I'm sure I've seen someone's already invented it. I'm sure it was on Facebook or something. It's one I came up with when I was like really young because I watched a guy picking up dog shit. And I thought he shouldn't have to do that. It should just shit in a bag, and then the bag sort of drops off, and he just puts the bag in straight away.
I think
Oh
one
my
better
god.
should
I typed
be
in.
a spray or some sort of hose that it's a chemical, but a safe chemical to wildlife and stuff. And you can spray it on a shit, and it will dissolve the turd, and then you can just wash it away with some water. Just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it sort of dissolves the poo into like a watery substance, and then you just get your hose pipe and just, you know,
like
hose it away.
an acid bottle sort of thing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, it's a shame you're not pitching that idea because you've already pitched your pit bra thing.
I'd
I
keep
thi-
the pit bra.
I think shit acid is a better invention.
Shit acid.
Yeah.
What can we call it? We need a name for it. Can't call it shit acid.
No, shit acid's a bit shit.
Acid.
Acid's not bad.
Acid. Or what about disappear, as in disappear, but with poo in it? Something fucking
Yeah, I
gay
can't
like
think of
that.
anything better. You could have your brand called Acid,
Yeah.
and then you've got your disappear spray. You could have some kind of freshness liquid or something.
Yeah, like a range. Could have like a range of poo cleaning products.
Yeah.
I typed in your doggy harness thing. Trying to find it. And I found this dog bag instead that turns your dog into a handbag and its legs are just dangling.
Oh my
That was
god,
the bag.
yeah, I've seen it.
Looks really
Alright.
cool.
It's not just that. Imagine having a massive fucking dog.
I found it.
What have you found?
This Luke's invention.
Which one?
Look at it.
The
Oh,
poo
I
bag
accidentally
one?
deleted it.
Yeah, I knew I'd seen it somewhere.
No poops, no oops.
Everyone's nicking my inventions.
Worry free. Worry-free poo collection. 3 simple steps. Perfect fit for most dogs. Easy to connect to the dog's collar. Adjust to most plastic bag sizes.
So,
No poops. No oops.
just as a count so far, they've taken my hand-cranked chainsaw, they've taken my butter knife, and now they're taking my shit bags.
Well, your inventions must work.
Oh,
That's a good thing. You think of things that people have already pitched because they're a good idea.
I have got another one, but it's Nicole's one again. This one's actually a pretty good idea, I think. It's better than the butter and toast one. It's another dog-related one. So they've got dogs, but whenever they're coming in, if they've gone on a walk or something, they're always sort of filthy. And Boo Boo, their biggest one's always molten as well. So what they thought of doing was you take like a what do you call it, like a dog flap, like a dog door sort of thing, and on the insides, sort of lining them with brushes. Do you get what I mean? So pointing inwards is like brush handle sort of thing. So as the dog walks through the dog flap, it's brushing its back and its sides to get all the fur off.
What?
It could work, maybe.
I said what you should do as well is put some kind of like lever on it at the side where as you pull it down, it sort of pushes the hair downwards so you can pick it out when it's, you know, it's full up like a hairbrush.
You'd have to get it so that it's fit for your dog.
Yeah, that'd be a problem, but you can. It's the same with dog flaps, though, isn't it? You need to get
because
dog flaps.
Boo Boo's a big dog, but if she had like a chihuahua as well, it wouldn't work for both. So she'd have to get 2 different dog flaps.
Yeah, I suppose that'd be the case, but I don't think. I don't know anyone who has dogs like that. I know people who have big dogs and cats, but you think if you have a big dog, you usually have another big dog rather than a smaller one.
No, I've known a few because I do pet portraits.
Yeah.
There's a few people like a couple of months ago I did a drawing for someone who had a pug and a Labrador, and they're like on the opposite size scales.
Yeah.
So,
That sounds like it's been picked by 2 different partners. That.
yeah. She wanted
Yeah.
the pug, he wanted the Labrador.
Yeah.
They settled on both
Yeah.
I
to
love
save the
Labradors.
marriage.
Labradors are
Oh,
nice.
I just wanna
I
hug
love
them all.
Labradors. Yeah.
They're so huggable.
Not like pugs.
Oh.
Pugs are chuckable.
Like,
Yeah.
You could shot put a pug.
Pugs are
Shot
like
pug.
rugby balls.
You could play catch with
You
them.
could get a good spin on one of them.
Probably could.
All right, I think that's all the inventions. God, it's
Yeah.
gone quick this
Aw.
episode.
Gone quick. Yeah, that's
Right, so we've had scabs from Helen.
yum.
We've had sawdust pits from Aidan,
Not sawdust pits, pit bra.
Pit bra.
The pit bra.
and I guess I have none of them because they've been taken.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm out the running here. I'm gonna say Helen wins with scabs. Fuck you, Aidan.
I don't know. Pit bra's a winner. You'll soon see. You'll all see.
If I ever see Pit Bra,
If you see pit bra, you'll see me next to it.
When Aiden
Advertising.
becomes a supervillain and just invents really weird
Yeah.
things.
I'm like, don't do it! Don't push the boundary with that pit bra! And that's when we know to not be his friend.
I'd like
no
to see Aidan present Pit Bra on either like a Dragon's Den sort of thing or to like some kind of JML sort of product line. New from
what?
JML, the Pit Bra.
See, the thing with pit bra as well is I could team up with different deodorant companies like Lynx or Nivea, and then I could get their scents. So you could be like pit bra with Lynx Excite, and then like it could excrete a Lynx Excite smell as you sweat.
You know what else does
sort of
that?
stuff. What?
You know what else does that?
Don't say deodorant. Don't you dare say deodorant because deodorant doesn't stop the sweat. This is my point. You see, you can put deodorant on to mask the scent, like the musky smell of sweat. Nobody likes it. Deodorant, you'll be fine. But one thing you can't control is the wet patches and the stains it leaves behind, like the yellowy stains on your nice white shirts. That's where
I see where
the
you're
pit
coming
bra
from
comes
with it, and there's
in.
potential,
I think
but
it's a good idea.
I think you're pitching it way out. I think if someone else was in control of the Pit Bra, they'd make millions, but your description of it can either be like guinea pig sawdust or like period pads for under your arms.
Fair
It's
enough.
not really selling it.
fair enough. I think it's a good idea, and I think it would work.
Need to plug where to find us and stuff like that. It will be, we were discussing it earlier, we're going to be uploading regularly on a bi-weekly basis, every 2 weeks, as opposed to 1 week, because otherwise it's too hard to come up with the pitches within the 1 week, we have too much shit going on. So it'll be every 2 weeks from now on. If you want to email the show, we are at... Fucking game.
Dying.
Yeah, we're at...
Let's try that one again.
Yeah. If you want to contact the show and send us an email, you can find us at pitchandmoanpod@gmail.com. Did I get that right?
I don't know.
pitchandmoanpod@gmail.com, that's right. We're on Facebook at Pitch and Moan Pod, I think, or Pitch and Moan Podcast. You can find it, it's Facebook. You know how it works. We still haven't come up with a tagline or anything yet, so one of you guys come up with a finisher that we can finish on.
We should just take other people's.
Nick someone else's catchphrase.
At the end of each one, we'll just do a different one. Like we could do Jerry Springer's one, or just different ones like that. We can come up with different ones at the end.
Yeah. All right, go with Jerry Springer's one then.
Okay.
Just close it up however you want. If you want to be like, that's the end of the show or something, you run with it. See how you do, how you manage.
I prefer you doing it though, because you do the intro, so I don't know. You should do the outro as well.
Yeah, I should do, but I'm not gonna. You do it.
Oh. Well, that's it for today's show. So.
Bye.
Bye. That was shit. That was fucking awful.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it, bugger lugs?
That was dreadful. When you put on the spot, it's fucking difficult. Go on, Luke, you do it.
Right.
What do you usually say, Luke Fong?
That's it from the shop. Well, for the past couple of weeks, we just told him to fuck off.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Bye. Piss off. Did you
Right.
do that last week?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You just told him to fuck off. Wow.
Alright, I'll close us up because this is the longest ending, I think, of any
I think
show.
it is.
Yeah.
So that's all the time we have for today. We've had a lot of fun between the three of us. We've shared some laughs, we've had some tears, but now it's the end until 2 weeks from now when we'll have another one. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be another podcast episode. So from all of us here at the Pitch and Moan podcast, me, Luke, Helen, Aidan, we say goodbye for this week. Until 2 weeks, and then we're back. Au revoir.
Bye. Steal my pit bra and I'll castrate you all.